All right, what up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Twin Wrestle Pod, and we gonna jump right into it, man. My reaction from yesterday's WrestleMania kickoff press conference. Now, this thing didn't go down how I think our actual press conference was going to be. I thought it was gonna have like the UFC press conference feel, where they have these tables propped up on stage, the wrestlers, or in UFC's instance, the fighters come out and take cut questions from the media and some questions from fans here and there. But this wasn't like that at all. This was just like a regular kickoff event that you would see on any other WWE show. You had the pre-show panel with Pat McAfee, Big E, CM Punk, and Michael Cole hosting it, and this really wasn't like nothing for like media or nothing like that. They didn't feel no questions from the media or nothing like that. This should just come out and set some things up and talk about WrestleMania and the 40th anniversary of WrestleMania. Pretty much, this is what this was. Um, it was a pretty cool event. Something you wouldn't really see like on in terms of like a build up situation. They just started like really doing this type of shit probably like within the last year and a half or two. But it was a pretty cool press conference. Um, I think Triple H started it off talking about the history of WrestleMania from where it was in 1985 or something like that, with WrestleMania 1, how it started from Madison Square Garden. He went down a list of names from Austin, Rock, Michaels, Brat, Bruno Sammartino, Hogan, Andre the Giant, etc. The list goes on. And they kicked off the event. Um, some notable things in the event that I like to take note of: the Big E situation. They asked him about how his progress was going with his neck. He said he was he was in a good place, and he was appreciating the words from co-workers and from fans alike. So he really appreciated that. Michael Cole gave the same question to CM Punk. CM Punk just said that that a week post surgery, it is what it is. He's still upset about it, but it is what it is. And Pat McAfee just did his Pat McAfee deal, what he does all the time. Um, so to set the stage, the only thing really worthy to talk about is that we come out of this with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, main eventing, night two presumably. But they had people out there like Bianca Belair. She went on and talked about making history, how she made history with Sasha Banks at WrestleMania 37, but becoming the first two black females to main event at WrestleMania, which was a great moment. Then the next year, she tore the house down. Pretty much like I said in my review back then, she had the best match with Bianca Belair. I mean, with Becky Lynch at WrestleMania 38. If not their match, it was Cody and Seth Rollins. And then she said at WrestleMania 39, she defeated Asuka to retain her championship. So she completed a trifecta, and that's how she wanted to remain undefeated at WrestleMania, but she don't know what her direction is. Now that she was talking about that stuff, I could see something with her and Jade, just because they teased it in the Rumble. So look out for them becoming like a team of some sort, just to have them both at Mania. Since both our women's championship matches will be set, you can already see where it's heading based on this press conference. One omission that I thought should have been there. I thought Bailey and Io should have been here as well, just because this presser was supposed to be our road to WrestleMania. So I felt like with Bailey winning, she was the woman to win the Royal Rumble. It felt needed that you had to put the woman who won the Royal Rumble and her challenger, man, and the person she's going to challenge at WrestleMania at this press conference, but they didn't do that. Next up we had Rhea Ripley came out there, and she name dropped Io Sky, but she called her Io Shirai. She will always be known as Io Shirai to us. Um, that Bailey made the right choice by choosing Io Shirai and not her. And then this brought out Becky Lynch, which Becky Lynch cut a pretty good promo on Rhea Ripley, talking about how mommy loves to be on top, but she's going to find out what it feels like to be on the bottom. So that was Becky killed Rhea Ripley with that line at the press conference. And you can see they're already teasing the matchup. They've been teasing it for months. And these little tidbits with backstage segments on Monday Night Raw, with them bumping into each other or doing an interview or something like that. They've been teasing this match a long time. Now, Becky just won her qualification match on Raw by beating Shayna Baszler to qualify for the Chamber in Perth, Australia, to challenge Rhea Ripley for the Women's Championship, which I think everybody knows Becky's going to win. If not going to win, she's the top person to win. I think she's the favorite. People will say Liv Morgan, but I think Liv Morgan should become like a close second, but ain't no need to put her in that match. The marquee match you want to do is Becky versus Rhea. That's the marquee. So Liv will get her shot after WrestleMania sometime soon. After that. So the shot there, we got both Rhea and Becky Lynch face to face with the championship in the middle. Adam Pearce had to come out there and break them up. So that's going to be our women's matchup for the WWE World Championship at WrestleMania. We already got Bayley and Io Sky. Now we're going to get Rhea and Becky. So our women's matchups are set for WrestleMania. Then this brought out WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins coming out there to his entrance to the crowd and was saying that it's time to make a decision. And he was not the one who had to make the decision. It was one Cody Rhodes. So he goes to introduce Cody Rhodes as the two-time Royal Rumble winner, but the Tribal Chief came out there and interrupted. And Roman and Seth were going back and forth. Seth talking about he finally showed up to work, and Roman rebuttaling saying Seth showed up in his wife's shoes. And then Roman just said, let's get on to bigger and better things. Let's get on to what matters. And he was saying that Cody Rhodes had the choice, but now he's going to make the choice. And Roman Reigns said he chooses The Rock. And this brought out The Rock to quite the reception. And earlier on in the day, Rock was on the Pat McAfee show and he was calling the Cody Rhodes stands Cody Crybabies. And that was trending from the time he said it to the press conference. On the Pat McAfee show, he dropped some little things. He talked about how he had a training camp to get back in the ring. Then his training camp has been filming probably sometime before day one. I would say sometime after Christmas or something like that. So we're going to get footage from the time after Christmas to now as him preparing to get back in the ring. He also touched on the fact that his daughter Ava was getting threats from social media and she cut her social media off. He was saying, and mostly we know that comes with the business. You can't really change that. Twitter gives everybody an outlet for an opinion. Just like what we said about opinions, everybody has one. Opinions like assholes, everyone got one, right? So, touched on that. But I recommend going to check out the Pat McAfee interview. It should be on YouTube as well. Pretty good interview. But like I said, during the presser that came out, that brought The Rock out, and he was going down, asking the crowd, do they want to see The Rock versus Roman Reigns? To a bit of a mixed reaction. And then he was asking, do y'all want The Rock to beat Roman Reigns? To slightly more cheers, but a little mixed reaction as well. And then he asked, do they want Roman Reigns to beat The Rock? And that was kind of 50-50 as well. So it was 50-50 all around for real. And The Rock proceeded to show the Anoa'i bloodline tree of all the family members. And he was talking about how their grandfathers made a pact. And him and Roman decided to go out there and shake hands on this matchup. But this brought out Cody Rhodes. who at this point everybody got entrances. Seth Rollins got an entrance, Roman got an entrance, The Rock got an entrance, and then Cody Rhodes at this point, he just came out there talking on the microphone. No entrance at all. So the Las Vegas crowd was cut off from doing their whoa. They was cut off from doing that. But Cody came out there and he killed Rock and Roman on the mic. And he was talking about how Roman had brought up Dusty and how Cody is irrelevant like his dad. So Cody rebuttal with that was, if Roman and Rock's grandfather saw them today, they would be ashamed. And that brought the Rock up. That brought the Rock to rebuttal against Cody, telling him that if Cody assaults Roman's blood, he assaulting his blood. And if he's assaulting Roman's ancestors, he assaulting Rock's ancestors. And The Rock has a problem with that. So The Rock slapped Cody Rhodes. And that's what you're gonna be seeing all around social media. I'm pretty sure that shit is already circulating since it happened last night on socials. But in the midst of all that, Cody Rhodes decided to choose Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And that's going to be our main event for WrestleMania, because after the presser, Triple H tweeted out the image of Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns will be the main event at WrestleMania. And now that going back to that slap just brought everything. Seth Rollins the whole time just been sitting in the background like a background player, just further solidifying that he is the second tier, as Roman Reigns called him, the little brother, the losers bracket, the secondary bracket, further reaffirming that. Just sitting there watching this trio deciding who's going to main event WrestleMania. So after Rock slaps Cody, they get broken up. Seth jumps into it like he's helping Cody out, fending off against Rock and Roman. And that pretty much ends the presser. And the interesting thing about the presser is, once the presser ended, we got backstage footage of Triple H getting interviewed, and then as he's getting interviewed, Rock, Roman, and Paul Heyman are walking up towards Triple H, and Rock told Triple H to check Cody, like fix it. He talking crap about their family, fix it. And Triple H told Rock he's out of line, and then Rock rebutted, said out of line, and then he said some cuss words. It was blurred out by Peacock, so you couldn't really figure out what he was saying, but he was telling Triple H to fix it. And then the show pretty much faded to black after that. But the interesting thing about this press conference was the Rock and Roman relationship is like we further seeing who really is the head of the table. And during this whole presser, you knew The Rock was like the head of the table. Like Roman was playing the role of the little brother, literally, against for Rock. Like he was pretty much deferring to The Rock. You know what I mean? Because it's The Rock. And I felt that very interesting. Like this is a role we haven't seen Roman in at all. Him deferring to another member of the family. So that was pretty interesting. And now we come out of this presser with a direction we don't know where they're going. We just have to stay tuned and find out and let shit play out and see what goes down from this time on to WrestleMania. Because it's a multitude of things to set up. In the presser, you had camera shots of The Rock and Cody, potentially teasing The Rock versus Cody. Then you obviously had the breakup skirmish with Seth Rollins and Cody and Rock and Roman, potentially teasing a tag team match with the Bloodline, The Rock and Roman taking on Seth and Cody. We don't know. Then we got the official stamp for Roman and Cody at WrestleMania. We don't know. We don't know what's going on besides the Roman and Cody thing. We don't know. There's no plan for Seth Rollins. We have to tune in Monday to see where that leads us. I don't think it's going to be Drew McIntyre personally one-on-one. I can see now with Sami Zayn being in the situation. I'm really liking what they're doing with Sami Zayn because you can really see that Sami Zayn is becoming like a contender. You know what I mean? Like he said on Monday, like underdog is cool, but he's past that. He's a legit contender. And I believe me, man. I feel like Sami Zayn is one that the crowd can get behind, and you can actually see winning that World Heavyweight Championship on Monday Night Raw. So don't count Sami Zayn out in this whole equation when it comes to the World Heavyweight Championship. Yes, Drew McIntyre is killing it, but his story with Sami Zayn isn't really over. So I can see Sami getting in there and challenging Seth Rollins for that championship, as well as Drew McIntyre. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's a triple threat match. That would be a cool match to see. And it's up in the air who's gonna win that one. But I still think you got to factor in Damian Priest somewhere down the line. Yeah, man. But this presser was kind of weird, but I was entertained towards the end part of the presser, and it's interesting to see where they're going to go from this. SmackDown is tonight. We did get information on the presser that Bianca Belair will be in a qualifying match tonight against Michin, and we already know Bianca's going to win. But I don't think they should let her beat Michin though. It's like, damn, letting her get some steam. Like, beat somebody else, man. Beat like a Zelina Vega or something like that. Cause Zelina don't need to be in there. But presser was cool, man. We got to see where direction everybody goes. And I think Cody Rhodes will be on SmackDown tonight. So we got to tune in to see what Cody says after the presser. But that's going to be it, man, for my video when it comes to the presser. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe down below. And let me know what you thought of the presser and where you see your WrestleMania plans heading as we get toward the road to WrestleMania. I'm out, man. Y'all take it easy.